My name's Malcolm. I've been part of Shofar for about 5 years. I'm married to Leanne for almost 10 years next month and have 2 kids, Grayson and Israel. Israel is adopted, and in the context of what I'm going to share, I think that's important to highlight, even though not really important to me. He's my kid and I love them both to bits. I did the Dad's Talk with Heinrich over the last few weeks, and it's been a really interesting ride, and it's been a journey that I've gone on unlike any other before. Before the Grow Group, probably about 6 weeks before, I think I had made the decision to do the Grow Group with the Dad's Talk Grow Group, and I'd said to Leanne that I don't think there's any more children in our future, but immediately after said to her that I am not sure I'm making the right decision, so please pray for me and prompt me in any way you feel is necessary to get me to reconsider if you think that's the right thing. And so in the process of doing the Dad's Talk group, I realized that my motives for saying that were actually quite selfish. Not selfish for me personally, but selfish for the relationship and the experiences I wanted to cultivate in my 2 boys' lives. And the reason I brought up adoption earlier on is because in the process of Leanne and my walk before we got married, we always knew that there would be biological children and non-biological children going forward. And it was just important for me to realize that through this Dad's Talk that there's such a need out there for kids that don't have fathers and that don't have families. And so I realized that even though I wanted to cultivate something special in my relationship with my boys, give them experiences I wanted, I realized that it was important for me to give that up and ensure that I'm able to provide experiences and be the dad that I need to be in the way that God intended. And that was to bring in more children into our family, whether it be foster care or adoption going forward. So I'm unsure exactly what the path is going forward, but I know that that's in my future, and probably in the not too distant future. And so it was just a really important moment for me, and something that I shared with Heinrich, and probably something I'll share with the whole group of guys when we conclude this series. As a dad, I think it's important that we're not selfish, even when we feel we want the best intentions. I'm reminded of the verse in Samuel that says, obedience is better than sacrifice, and just that, you know, we must just be obedient to what God has called us to do as it relates to our family, as it relates to being a father. The world needs a father. The world needs us to be great parents to the children that we have. And if God has called you to have 1 child or 2 children, biological children or otherwise, that you give it your all and you just bless the children that we have, because they certainly need it in today's age. So I really recommend that those of you that need to understand better what a father's heart should be like and what God's heart is as a father to us, I encourage you to join the group next time. It really is revealing in terms of the stats as it relates to fatherlessness, but just also how we as Christians in this world can live out what it means to be a father to our kids and to those children that are in families around us that need a good role model. So I encourage you to do it.